What You Need to Story, from a classic romance to a modern thriller, is built on a hidden architecture of power. Two of the best tools for revealing this structure are the Marxist and post-colonial lenses. Think of them not as political agendas, but as X-rays for literature, showing us the bones of a story, who has power, who doesn't, and why. The Marxist lens focuses on class and money. It argues that a society's economic system is the base that shapes everything else, including its stories. Look at The Great Gatsby. A Marxist reading shows it's not just about lost love. It's a brutal critique of the American dream. Gatsby earns immense wealth, but his new money can never break into the exclusive world of old money occupied by Tom and Daisy Buchanan. His dream is structurally impossible. The system protects the careless rich, who retreat into their vast money after destroying lives, while the working class, like George Wilson, are left powerless and disposable. The book dismantles the myth that anyone can succeed through hard work alone. Now switch to a post-colonial lens, which examines the lasting shadow of colonial history. Consider the character of Bertha Mason in Jane Eyre, the monstrous madwoman in the attic. For over a century, that's all she was. But Jean Rhys's novel, Wide Sargasso Sea, rewrites her story. Bertha is given a name, Antoinette, and a past in the Caribbean. Her identity and sanity are systematically destroyed by her English husband and the colonial system he represents. Her madness is revealed as trauma. Rhys's novel exposes the colonial exploitation that funded the original story, giving a voice to the silenced. These frameworks reveal that simplistic readings miss the point. It's not about rich people bad, poor people good. It's about seeing the complex systems of class, of history, that trap characters and shape their fates. They don't impose politics on a text. They reveal the politics that were always there, hidden in plain sight.